How do you assess them as compared to previous years in terms of what they're doing and how successful they've been?
Well, it's their third year in existence. They really shouldn't have anybody other than a redshirt junior playing. One, they've scheduled well, and I got asked this by one of the reporters that covers them out of Atlanta at the Big South Media Day, and I think she thought I was taking a jab at their scheduling. I said no. First of all, if I was involved in a program that's in its infancy, you schedule people you can compete with, and getting young men to believe, we can compete, we can win, and doing it right out of the gate, that's good scheduling. It's smart, and they've reeled off 8 straight, and they're playing well, and they do. I know what they do, and I'm very, very familiar with what they do, and it's a quarterback fullback offense. But they've recruited well defensively. They run well. They're physical. They play on the edge of being. They're on the fringe. Let's just put it that way. That's confidence and belief, and they're taking coaching. They're playing well. The record indicates that. In terms of this particular year and getting lined up, I believe at least 4 out of 5 of the starters up front for Monmouth were seniors. It may be 5 out of 5. It's a senior group, and you should be playing better when you're in your 4th year of competition. We still had an opportunity to win the football game, and felt like we should have won the football game. Sometimes things even out. I felt very clearly we outplayed Gardner-Webb, but the probability of that happening is not much. There's not too many people laying any kind of wager on that one coming to fruition. So at the end of the year, who you are is who you are. And I know we're all very familiar. We cannot continue to put pressure on our defense. We had plenty of scoring opportunities on Saturday. Threw a pick inside the 15. And in the second series of the ball game, at least you got a chance to go up 10-0, and kind of taking our turns. The 2 turnovers we had after the interception inside the 15, one was on first down on their side of the 50, and the other one was on second and short to medium, and we don't put a ball on somebody. So we had our opportunities, continue drives, put points on the board. We didn't do it, and as the game played itself out, I could kind of feel what was happening. I was getting that same sensation I had a year ago. First drive is like surgery, as it was in 2016. The ball's in the end zone, and we weren't complacent, but it was one guy's taking a turn here or this or something, just us not executing. At the end of the day, that's going to be it. That's always going to be it, is us not executing. And we're a swinging, arm at a foot from getting out of a couple of plays too and housing them. And it just happens, and we don't house them, and the sticks move, and it's a 15, 20-yard gain. And we haven't had very many explosion plays that take some of the pressure off of execution. That's everything that Kennesaw State's about. As I said, I've lived in that offense for about 30 years. I know the animal very, very well. They're going to get their yards. And, we've been blessed to be able to defend them very, very well as we've been able to defend the Citadel very well, hold their yardage production down, and win football games. But at every single turn, with the exception of the playoff game against Citadel, we've had good point production. And that's what you have to do against wishbone football teams, because they're going to possess the football. We're going to possess the football. It's not as though it's 1996 and it's VMI versus the Citadel, and the game's going to last about an hour and 58 minutes, and the clock never stops. But we're similar in a lot of ways. We are. So Possessions are going to be very, very meaningful. There's an awful lot of overlap as you would stereotype and reflect on those games in my past to this game on Saturday. And the two that we've had have played themselves out that way.
Looking at it today, so it's Tuesday, but looking ahead to Saturday, how many quarterbacks are available?
All of them are available, each in their own capacity.
But I mean, are you still up in the air as on Tuesday? You just don't know what's going to happen?
Right now, we don't. Right now, I'm preparing Robert. London will be able to play. We're working through his injury to his arm, so I'll know more about by Wednesday evening.
How much do you think the confidence level of your defense, having, as you said, been pretty successful in the last couple of years against their offense?
Mm-hmm.
You won a conference championship at their stadium before, so going there is not a big deal. Your defense, knowing what to expect, is not a big deal. Is it more is this game basically come down to the offense finding a way to score a couple touchdowns and give your defense a chance to seal the deal for you?
Absolutely. There's no question. It's not. No one's trying to find an answer to this that is some obscure answer. We got to produce points. We got to get ourselves to the 28 to 32 point range. And if we do that, I feel very comfortable that our defense is going to be able to sustain themselves. We'll see if that's actually accurate come Saturday, just like we always do. We got to produce points. We just do. I'm echoing what all of them are echoing. Is we're tired of coming back here and having a very similar answer to very similar questions. It's certainly not that we can't, but we have to go do it. It'll never change. We do it, we're fine. We don't do it, we got problems.
I wanted to ask you about Tyler's kick. In all your years of coaching, have you seen one with that much pressure because of the situation where you had to be ready when the guy blew the whistle, and it was not a chip shot? I mean, it was
43-yard field goal.
Yeah, I mean, in your years of coaching, have you had one that much pressure, a guy make a kick like that under that kind of situation?
Make a kick, personally, involving me, probably not. Tyler and both Kyle, as well as David, have worked very, very hard and have given us what I would consider closer to what I've always wanted, and we've always wanted. We wanted the same thing, for the last 4 years with Jamie, is we wanted a kicking game that we can consider a weapon.
Sure.
We're closer to being able to say, yes, we can produce points when we cross this yard line. We can limit kickoff returns because of David's strength. We can flip the field consistently because of Kyle. That's a very strong kicking game from the kicking phase. And we're very, very pleased with it. And those three young men have worked their rear ends off. They really, really have. And it's showing.